Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon. 631-756-1125. Best prices anywhere in the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut tri-state area. And of course, the focus of attention now is spring cleanups, landscaping, and whether you are a landscaper professionally or perhaps you're just a do-it-yourselfer, head over to Omni, and the website is omnitruevalue.com. Severe weather is going to be front and center today as we keep our eyes on what the Storm Prediction Center does. And in fact, the Storm Prediction Center has increased the risk area up and down the eastern seaboard. They've expanded the slight risk to on the eastern flank. Covers all of New Jersey. It looks like the line goes right through New York City, up the Hudson Valley to very close to the Connecticut New York state line, and just sort of arcs back through central Pennsylvania, down the Appalachians, and into southern Georgia and down into the Florida Panhandle. Also seeing the marginal risk on either side. As far as tornado risk is concerned, there is a 2% tornado risk covering much of the slight risk area away from the ocean and in the northeast and northern mid-Atlantic states, and a 5% tornado risk being indicated in southern Georgia and in a small portion of South Carolina and into northwest Florida. I'm expecting that SPC will be updating this forecast at some point during the day. I'm not anticipating any big changes from it. Maybe a little few adjustments here and there, but I think it's going to be pretty much straightforward what they have. Meanwhile, as we take a look at this storm system that's up in the Great Lakes, the severe weather from overnight moved across the Gulf states now into the southeastern part of the U.S., and you can see the clouds that extend northward up the eastern seaboard. One of the keys to the severe weather as far as the northern extent of it is going to be how far north that warm front gets. Because the areas to the north of the warm front are not going to be subjected to severe weather. And if you look at just the way the risk lines are being drawn by the Storm Prediction Center, it would suggest that the warm front makes it up into upstate New York and then just runs north-south through Vermont, New Hampshire, and down into southeastern New England. So it would be from those areas south and west that get into the warm sector. And you can see on the radar, we're seeing some showers as of 8 a.m. in western New York and western Pennsylvania. Warm frontal precip is up in Maine and in northern New Hampshire. And meanwhile, we've got showers and thunderstorms. They actually held together quite well during the overnight, with some heavy rain. You still see some warnings popped up. Again, this is as of 8 a.m. Eastern time. So please bear in mind, if you're watching this later on today, obviously the radars you're looking at and the satellites you're looking at are dated. So we strongly suggest that you go to your local National Weather Service office forecast page, weather.gov, or spc.noaa.gov to see what the various government entities are doing with regards to your local weather and with regards to specific watches that'll probably be issued later today. Meanwhile, as far as what's going on this morning, we still have some residual wind advisories in parts of Georgia and South Carolina. We have a waning tornado watch in southern Georgia and into northwestern Florida. We've got a few winter weather advisories up in northern Michigan and throughout northern Maine. Otherwise, weather across much of the country looks pretty quiet. We're going to see things calm down a bit after this weather system comes through. But it is a rather intense storm system. It's a 976 millibar low in northern Michigan. It is going to be breezy to occasionally windy up and down the eastern seaboard because the gradient is tight, but not tight enough for advisory criteria, it seems. And then the front comes through with some showers and possible thunderstorms late this afternoon and this evening. The dynamics here are strong, but they're not quite as strong as what they were yesterday when this system was moving, when the thunderstorms were moving across the Gulf states. That was at its peak intensity. So now we're kind of seeing it on the downside here as it moves to the East Coast. So temperatures today will reach into the 60s and 70s from northeast Virginia to southern New England, and that north and east of there, it'll probably be much cooler. And of course, once this front goes by, we will turn drier and a little cooler for Friday. There's an upper trough that'll be overhead, so we're looking probably at clouds with some breaks of sun and the chance that there could be a rain shower. And in upstate New York and western PA down into West Virginia, probably a few snow showers. Saturday looks like the better of the 2 weekend days. Sunshine with temperatures close to average, 50s for highs and 30s for lows. And then we have a system dropping from the Great Lakes into the northeast for Sunday. And this looks like it'll produce clouds and maybe some rain showers in colder air to the north and west, maybe some snow showers there as that system moves away. And then weather conditions improve somewhat on Monday into Monday night. And then we have another weather system that'll be headed northeast for later Tuesday night into Wednesday. So that'll be the next system that we'll have to worry about. So the main focus for this afternoon and this evening, again, is the severe weather risks up and down the eastern seaboard. Weather in 5 brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware, 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York, 631-756-1125 for the best prices in town. OmniTrueValue.com is the website. So we'll leave you with the Storm Prediction Center's areas of marginal and slight risk, and also the tornado risk of 2 to as much as 5%, depending on where you're located. We'll be covering all of this tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show at 7:30 Eastern Time. So be sure to tune in on my YouTube channel, Joe Cioffi. And by the way, if you go to my YouTube channel and go to the community page, there are additional posts there with some weather analysis that you might find interesting. So you can just check that out. And we also encourage you to become part of the conversation by subscribing to my YouTube channel with your Gmail account. And we appreciate any comments or questions that you may have. I try to get back to and answer them as quickly as I can. Have a great day, everybody.